The girl them skill or tip. Thunderball, some give it up, some give it up, some give it up to our girls. 5,040 naughty shorty. Baby girl, all my girls, all my girls. Thunderball say, well, who on the way the time cool? I wanna be keeping you warm. I got the right temperature for shelter you from the storm. Hold on, girl, I got the right tactics to turn.
Yeah! We're back! It's nostalgia! Silver hits! Let's go! Woo! It's Monday morning and the Silver Squeeze is back on! Let's go! The temperature's rising. We're back. Good morning. Uh-oh. We're back with another one. And here we go. Let's get this talk underway. Get this episode started. Good morning, everyone. And look at the silver prices. They're magically at $64 again. Huh. Well, isn't that a bitch? We're still grabbing another 100 ounces today. I really wish I just would have grabbed them fucking on Friday. I knew I should have did that. So we're probably going to get hit spending another fucking $2 an ounce on silver, which, I mean, it's not the end of the world. I'm telling you. It's really not. But it's still good to largen the position. So I had someone say in the comments that, you know, that they're just going to wait until it dips back down to 50 and, you know, that they bought, I think, something 60 or something like that. They bought some and they're just going to kind of wait for it to go back down to 50 again. And I don't think that's going to happen, man. Like, I don't. And this is where you have a tough decision to make as an investor, where if you didn't get scared out by the stupid little shit they did over the weekend of dropping the price by $2 and now it's back to 64 again. Basically, it would probably be 66 by the end of the day. Exactly what I was calling what happened. This rally isn't even close to dead yet. And it's so funny because it shows on the graph, it's like a straight flat line over the past 2 days of just like no just more panic, like they scared and shook the tree and shook some investors out. It's a straight line of flatness, meaning by no one's selling. That 62 is really the solid floor. I mean, that it scared absolutely no one that owns silver. So, just some fuckery. I had someone on my channel say, you know, that, you know, you better get used to them playing mind games with you and all that shit. And it's like, yeah, I mean, this is one of them right here. This is one of the mind games that they just did this weekend. So, I mean, be prepared that you'll see slight little drops and you'll probably say, I fucking listen to nostalgia and now I'm down fucking $3 today and shit, you know, and you just have to not really give a fuck. You're holding silver to save your money. You know, that's the whole point of holding silver. It's going to fluctuate some, but I don't think we're ever going to see it just tank back down to 50. And if you do, I don't think anyone will want to sell it to you for that. So, I mean, so you're kind of in this like spot right now where you're like, damn, do I pay the highest silver prices ever? Or do I just completely miss out? And that's a tough decision that you have to make as a person. I can't make that for you, but I can say that with the data of all the information we know, it seems like a bet you should really fucking make. I mean, in my opinion. And I'm going to break this down to where we could see silver, I mean, become more scarce than any other metal. I mean, just in the EV sector, if EVs continue to pop off, I mean, with these new batteries, with the Samsung battery that we already know about, that is, so there's 90 million vehicles made in the world per year. There are 5.5 million ounces of 999 silver bullion that is above ground, like this, ready to be mined. Not ready to be mined, ready to be sold. There's only 5.5 million ounces. Now, I think I read something where it's like there's 50 million ounces in the entire existence of the world. I'm not 100% sure on those numbers, but by far, now, if we're just talking the available bullion, that is 5.5 million ounces in existence. But we have, let's just take 30 million vehicles out of the 90. We'll say a third will be electric in the next few years, which is a very light number. We're going to times that by each. So each vehicle takes 30 ounces of silver. So we're talking a full tube of Buffaloes and another half a tube. So it takes 1.5 of these for each vehicle. Now, we do the math. 30 ounces times, 30 million vehicles. You're at a 900 million ounce drain just in the auto sector. A 900 million, so almost 1 billion. And like I said, I'm being very generous on the auto numbers. With these new batteries, we're probably close to 1 billion in actual just auto demand. We're not even talking solar panels and everything else. We're just talking auto. We're not talking about people that want to buy silver. We're not talking about everything else that wants silver. We're just talking about the auto industry in itself. We're looking at a billion ounces of silver drained every year just by auto. So in the next 5 years, they would essentially drain all supply. And now you would say, well, nostalgia, but what about new mining stuff and new silver that comes, from these mines? Well, first of all, it's a lot more work for them to dig up the same amount of silver. Most of the easy silver has been mined already. So any silver they're really mining is just covering the solar panels. You know what I mean? Like they're just covering the solar panel industry and probably barely even covering that. They're covering that industry and maybe the medical industry. So you're still at a massive deficit of there's way more silver being drained out of the world than there is being created. And you can't even recycle half of this silver because in phones and stuff, the recycling shit's a myth. You're not going to get your silver back recycling. So now we're at a deficit of all of this silver getting ran through, and there's none left. And it's really just an unbreakable math problem that just cannot work. And that is going to cause massive fucking surges in silver to where if the auto industry is sucking it up at $60, $70, $80, $90 an ounce, $100 an ounce, they keep getting more of it and more of it. I mean, it's going to be a vacuum where they're buying all the silver they could find and hoarding it. Everyone's just been doing that right now. That, we could easily see silver at $500 an ounce and it not even be that crazy. Because it really truthfully is more needed than platinum. And it's honestly more needed than gold. I mean, even though gold is a good store of value, it's more rare to find. Trust me, I know gold's more valuable than silver, but we're talking silver is in a way more higher demand cycle than gold. That if these trends continue and more silver just gets absolutely obliterated, we could see silver be more rare than gold, which is far out there. But you have to look at it this way: gold is used as a store of value. So every once in a while, some of it's getting used in cell phones and stuff. But I mean, it's not getting like obliterated by 1 billion tons a year. It's sitting in vaults, and that's why silver could just like artificially just be gone. That even a tube of eagles could be just like a rare sight to see of like there's silver left. Like you have silver? That's crazy. And that could lead to silver being $2,000-$3,000 an ounce. I mean, this is the true upside that you're facing compared to your downside risk. And I would argue you have more risk holding on to $62 in paper currency than you do holding on to an ounce of silver. That you have the greatest asset on earth used for everything in production, or you have a paper bill. I mean, which one do you think is more valuable? I mean, which one's more beneficial? And like paper money scares me. It genuinely does. Because it's just paper. It's just whatever you perceive the value to be. And like there isn't a massive paper demand going on. You know, like there isn't a massive demand for paper currency. I mean, there is for like buying stuff, but like there isn't a massive demand for the paper itself. You know what I mean? Like there isn't less trees that exist. There's tons of trees in the woods to print more paper. I mean, paper is not going to be scarce at all. But something like silver can become very scarce over the next 5 years. And I think you're just going to see prices climb a lot higher. These are different times than the 1980s, folks. There was no EVs. There was no solar panels. There was very little medical demand. I mean, there were like less people with money to throw around and invest. Money was also not becoming more worthless at a rapid rate. I mean, it is the perfect fucking storm for silver, dude. I mean, I would argue that I don't know anything else better to put money in right now than silver. When you really run the numbers. Like, what, Pokemon? I mean, all the Pokemon stuff's been kind of like tapped for now. You know, if you got it 4 years ago, great. But like as of right now, it seems to really just be silver. And I mean, I'm sure gold will get some pumping too, but it's just like silver has the max potential to run. It's still cheap, it's still affordable, and I mean the ratios are still out of whack. It's still got 100 to 1 for gold. I mean, silver used to be 11 to 1. So I mean, we're going to probably see those ratios close from silver to gold a lot. And that's why I'm grabbing more and more and more silver. And I really wish I grabbed more silver over gold. But I don't mind having my position. I like how my position is because it's like you got, 6-7 ounces of gold. No, I mean, I have more now. I probably like 13 or something if you count all my jewelry and stuff. But I have a nice position at gold that if it goes up, it's like, damn. But I have a pretty nice, set of silver too, to where if it goes up, I'm like fucking set too. So it's like either one, if they just both continue to go up, it's, I'm golden. But I am going to grab another 100 ounces of silver hopefully today just to be safe, because I mean I'm at like 150 ounces of silver. I'd really like to be at 250 ounces, and then I feel pretty well positioned, and I'll probably back off on buying a lot more unless if I find deals and stuff like that. Then I'm still obviously going to be down to buy more, but yeah, like I personally think time's running out. Like I said, it just rebounded back to 64, and I'm really not afraid of it going down at all. So I guess we'll see what happens. Either way, I'm not selling. Like one of my friends said, well, if you double your money, you're gonna sell? I'm like, fuck no. Like, why? Trade it for paper that they can just fucking devalue like crazy? I'm good. Like, I'll wait until silver. If silver hits 1,000, I might consider it then. But if I'll probably hold until like silver's 4,000 an ounce. I have no desire to sell. I don't need the money. I don't really care about it. I would rather have a asset that is getting harder and harder to get every year, like over just some quick gains. So you can look at it that way. Will you maybe get a chance to buy silver cheaper? Possibly, but most likely not. So kind of take this opportunity very seriously to think about what your game plan is. How much silver was your goal? And, how much can you really afford to put into it and not, go bankrupt with bills? And really make your position right now, because today is pretty much the day of, like, if you want silver that isn't $100 an ounce or higher, it's pretty much, in my opinion, your last chance. So make your decision wisely. I hope a lot of you already bought it earlier when I was telling you to buy it, but we'll see what happens. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed it. Stay strong, Silver Apes. We're out.